Yo, what is up everyone, GameBreaker here. So in today's video, we're going to be taking our third tutorial. So it's going to be axe mastery, as well as a few other barehanded combat tips and stuff. So that being said guys, if you enjoyed this video, obviously a like would be super appreciated. So if you can smash that like button and turn on the notifications for all content regarding to God of War. Alright guys, let's begin. Also, quick tip guys, if you guys can't remember the things we spoke about last time, just make sure you check out the previous tutorials. All links will be on the description down below. Okay. Alright, number 1. I'm gonna need you guys to aim at an object or anything at all. You could practice this with monsters, but I suggest an object just to get the rhythm and the flow going. Okay, so I'm gonna need you guys to get your axe out, press L2 and aim, and hold that down. And then as soon as you throw the axe by pressing R1, you're gonna need to do a thrust strike. So if you guys don't remember what I mean by that, make sure you check in the previous tutorial that we did, which is the barehanded combat, and get those all mastered and then come back to this. Then I'm gonna need you guys to press the right D-pad, which then will get the axe away so you can continue comboing. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys what it should look like on the enemies. Ignore the very first few hits and pay attention to the ones that actually resemble what we are talking about. Straight after that, I'm going to need you guys to do one agile strike and one thrust strike to continue the combo. Alright, just look at this. This is another example on how you could execute this combo. So after the thrust strike, you could simply continue doing barehanded combo to the end and then retreat back by doing that retreating thrust strike or something, whatever it's called, and then use a runic attack. It really is up to you on how you finish the combo. Alright, so this next one, it's like a launcher. So the inputs are, first of all, you're gonna need to throw the axe. And you can do this when you're really close to the enemy or far away. It really is up to you. But I'd use this in smart situations, so don't just try and spam this. Okay, so you need to throw the axe and then follow it with an agile strike. And then what you're gonna need to do is press triangle. And before the axe reaches your hand, you're gonna need to double tap L1. So it's like a God breaker move from the barehanded combat skill tree. It's really simple but tricky at the same time, so you just gotta make sure you remember the patterns one after the other. So don't press the axe to come back too soon, because if you do, you fail the whole thing. Alright, on this next one, we're going to take a look at Executioner's Cleave and Grinding Storm and how to apply it in combo. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is apply a launcher, which will then send the enemy in the air, and what you're going to need to do is quick turn and either hold R1 to do Grinding Storm, which is the axe move which hits like multiple times, or you can hold R2 to go straight from quick turn into Executioner's Cleave, and it looks absolutely stunning if you land it. Alright, let's take a look at it. So now we're going to take a look at Freezing Throw and a few other moves. Starting with Freezing Throw, the way this move works is after you apply a few agile strike, you need to literally like throw the axe by pressing L2 R2 instead of L2 R1 to then keep the enemy frozen for like 5 to 6 seconds. And within that time, you can apply any kind of combinations you want. It's a really disrespectful move, You can even do the Thanos finger snapping move, which then makes the enemy look like they've just disintegrated. All right, let me just show you a sample combo of what I'm talking about. Alright, just like I said, you can pretty much become Thanos. So I want you guys to go ahead and master this and use it to your liking, and literally like figure out as many combos possible and what you can link it with, and yeah, see what you can find, guys. There's many more ways of linking this move, so just go ahead and go all out. So this next one, we're gonna take a look at returning Whirlwind and how we can use it in a combo. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Just take a look at this. Alright, so now let's take a look at how to use Whirling Storm, which is really good to keep enemies airborne, but you don't want to spam it too much, otherwise you lose your fluidity in the combos. It's also pretty simple to use, and I like to use it after I hit the enemy with a rush frost strike or something, whatever it's called. You know, like when I hit the enemies in the legs and then rush on them by running and then pressing R1. So I think it's called Frost Rush or something like that. Anyway, you use Frost Rush and then you hit them with the axe once, and then you use Whirling Storm. Check this out. So now we're gonna take a look at precision throws as well as sniper shots. So like some combos that I do, sometimes it really slows down the camera and like the effects on the screen. So you're like, wait, how the hell are you doing that? So that requires a certain amount of cooldown. For precision throw, you need like 125 cooldown for this perk to activate. So after you do a headshot and then you call the axe back, you'll do like a little boost throw, and then on the second time you do a precision throw, you'll do a mega throw. Let's just call it a mega throw because then that makes more sense, and that requires you to have 125 cooldown for this perk to activate when you're doing precision shots. As well as we're gonna take a look at Hunter Killer Mark, which is basically like when you lock on multiple enemies and then you let go. So I'm gonna show you guys the best talisman to use when you're wanting to do combos with this Hunter Killer. So it requires you to press R3, so the analog stick that you move around with the camera. So you press that one inside, and then it slows down the time. It slows down time really badly. So like sort of how Talisman of Kvasir works, or Mark, or Enhancement of Kvasir, however you want to call it, or however you know of it. It basically works the same, except it doesn't do like the little effect on the screen. It just slows down time, and you can see the enemy falling really slowly, so you can then aim at as many enemies as possible and then let go. Alright guys, we have reached the final and the end of this tutorial. So what are you currently watching right now is a combo I've done, which we have basically learned throughout the tutorial. So I'm sure you'll spot a few examples of the things that we've learned today. So if you enjoyed this video guys, a like would be super appreciated, like I said. And yeah, I hope I catch you guys on my next video. And yeah, take care guys. Thank you so much for staying with me.